Have you ever looked at an older woman and wondered what's going on in her mind? Maybe you've noticed the way she carries herself, the calmness in her demeanor, or the confidence that seems to come naturally to her. There's something magnetic about older women that's hard to pin down, but it all comes down to one key element: experience. As we get older, our life experiences shape us, and this is where the psychology of older women becomes incredibly interesting. Over the years, they've learned more about themselves, others, and the world around them, often making them more emotionally intelligent, self-aware, and confident than younger women. In this video, we're diving into 10 psychological facts about older women that you might not know but definitely should. And trust me, understanding these facts isn't just going to change the way you view women. It'll change the way you see life in general, from emotional maturity to the way they approach relationships. Older women have insights that only years of living can provide. So, buckle up as we break down the hidden psychological traits of older women you probably didn't even know existed. 1. Older women are more emotionally intelligent. It's no secret that with age comes wisdom, but when it comes to emotional intelligence, older women have it in spades. Think about it. Over the years, they've weathered countless storms, relationships, career changes, raising kids, and more. All of these experiences force a person to learn how to manage their emotions. And for older women, this emotional mastery becomes second nature. While younger women might be caught up in their feelings, reacting impulsively, or getting swept away by drama, older women are experts at managing their emotions. They've learned that emotions aren't something to suppress, but something to understand and work with. Imagine you're having a tough conversation with an older woman. Instead of raising her voice or shutting down, she likely listen carefully, acknowledge her feelings, and express herself calmly and clearly. This level of emotional regulation doesn't come overnight. It's built through years of experience. Research supports this idea, showing that emotional intelligence tends to increase with age as people become more adept at recognizing and controlling their emotions. So, next time you find yourself in a conversation with an older woman, pay attention to how she handles emotions. It's probably one of the most important things she's learned over the years. 2. Older women have a better sense of self. Have you ever noticed that older women seem to have this natural confidence, an unshakable sense of who they are? It's not because they haven't faced challenges. It's because they've already been through the toughest ones and came out the other side stronger. Over the years, when you're younger, there's often a pressure to fit in, to look a certain way, or to live up to someone else's expectations. But as time passes, older women come to realize that those expectations don't define them. They do. They've spent years exploring what makes them tick. Whether it's through their career, their passions, or their relationships, they've learned that their worth doesn't depend on other people's opinions. This self-assurance comes through in everything they do, how they carry themselves, how they make decisions, and how they handle life's challenges. It's a level of comfort with who they are that many younger people strive to achieve, but may not fully grasp yet. This isn't just a random byproduct of age. It's a result of years of building a strong foundation of self-awareness and self-acceptance. 3. Older women are more likely to prioritize their own happiness. If you've ever been around an older woman, you've probably noticed something. She tends to prioritize her own happiness. This doesn't mean she's selfish, but rather that she's learned over time that her happiness matters. In her younger years, she might have been more concerned with pleasing others, whether it was her family, her friends, or her partner. But as she's gotten older, she's realized that putting herself first isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Think about it. When you're younger, you may feel obligated to go along with plans you're not excited about or bend over backward to make others happy. Older women, on the other hand, are more likely to say no to things that don't serve them. Whether it's a toxic friendship or a stressful social gathering, they've learned that their time and energy are valuable, and they're not willing to waste them on things that don't bring them joy or fulfillment. This shift isn't something that happens overnight. It's a gradual process that comes with age, experience, and most importantly, self-love as they age. Older women realize that their happiness isn't something they should sacrifice for anyone, especially not for something trivial. And this doesn't just improve their personal lives. It helps them build stronger, more authentic relationships with the people who truly matter. 4. Older women have better communication skills. One of the most underrated qualities of older women is their communication skills. When you think about it, older women have spent decades honing their ability to express themselves effectively. Whether it's navigating tricky family dynamics, Dealing with work stress or having heart-to-heart conversations with friends, older women know how to communicate in a way that's clear, respectful, and empathetic. Contrast this with younger women who might still be learning how to voice their opinions without getting defensive or shutting down when things get tense. Older women have figured out that communication isn't just about speaking, it's also about listening. They've learned that sometimes silence is more powerful than words, and that listening actively and attentively can be the key to resolving conflict. In fact, studies show that women as a group tend to be better communicators than men, and this skill only improves with age. So when you're talking to an older woman, take note of how she listens. She's not just hearing your words, she's absorbing the meaning behind them, considering your feelings and responding in a way that fosters connection. It's a skill that comes from years of experience, but it's one that's incredibly valuable in building healthy, strong relationships. 5. Older women are less likely to engage in drama. One of the most noticeable shifts that happens as women age is their tendency to disengage from drama. In their younger years, many women get caught up in the roller coaster of emotional highs and lows, often drawn into gossip, conflicts, or unnecessary arguments. But as older women mature, they realize that life is too short to waste on petty drama. They've learned that the people who bring drama into their lives aren't worth their time and energy. Instead, they focus on nurturing relationships that bring them peace, joy, and support. Think about it. An older woman isn't going to engage in a trivial argument over something that won't matter a week from now. Instead, she'll choose to spend her time doing things that bring her happiness, whether that's spending time with loved ones or simply enjoying some quiet time alone. This focus on peace and tranquility comes from the lessons learned over years of navigating life's ups and downs. As older women get more comfortable with themselves, they also get better at saying no to drama and yes to what truly matters. And that in itself is a major psychological shift that not only improves their lives, but also sets a powerful example for those around them. 6. Older women are more likely to experience self-awareness. As women age, they undergo a fascinating transformation that most people don't fully appreciate. They become more self-aware. With years of personal growth, introspection, and learning from both their successes and failures, older women develop a deeper understanding of their own desires, motivations, and emotional responses. They begin to realize that understanding themselves isn't just a luxury, it's a crucial part of their well-being. Think about it. A woman in her 20s or 30s might still be figuring out who she is, experimenting with different identities and interests. But by the time a woman reaches her 40s or 50s, she's had the time to reflect on what truly drives her, what makes her happy, and what doesn't serve her anymore. This kind of self-awareness is incredibly powerful. For instance, an older woman might recognize when she's feeling stressed or overwhelmed and know exactly what actions or practices, whether it's meditation, taking a walk, or talking with a trusted friend, can help her reset and find balance. It's not just about knowing her strengths and weaknesses, but also about understanding the deeper reasons behind her emotions and reactions. This level of self-awareness helps older women make decisions with greater confidence and clarity, often leading to healthier relationships and a more fulfilling life. 7. Older women tend to experience a shift in romantic desires. As women get older, their views on romance and relationships often undergo a significant shift in their youth. Many women focus on the thrill of new love, physical attraction, and the excitement of meeting someone new, but as they mature, their priorities change. Older women often shift their focus from physical attraction and fleeting chemistry to emotional depth and long-term compatibility. For instance, a woman in her 20s might prioritize looks, status, or even shared hobbies. But by her 40s or 50s, she's more likely to value qualities like emotional intelligence, stability, and shared values in a partner. This change is rooted in a deeper understanding of what truly makes a relationship fulfilling. Older women have had the time to learn that superficial attraction doesn't sustain a relationship over time. They know that real connection, communication, and shared life goals are what make relationships meaningful. This shift in romantic desires is often seen in older women who choose partners based on mutual respect and genuine companionship rather than being driven by societal standards or peer pressure. In fact, studies show that older women tend to have stronger, more lasting relationships because they've honed their ability to connect on a deeper level. The result is a love that's not just about excitement, but about building a meaningful and lasting bond. 8. Older women tend to be more independent. If you've ever spent time with an older woman, you've likely noticed a remarkable sense of independence. This isn't just about financial independence. Though many older women are financially older women, after years of life experience are often less reliant on others for validation, support, or approval. They've learned to navigate the ups and downs of life on their own, which fosters a deep sense of self-reliance. Take, for example, the older woman who decides to pursue a career change, travel the world alone, or pick up a new hobby just because it excites her, not because anyone else is pushing her to do it. This kind of independence doesn't come easily forged through years of decision-making, overcoming adversity, and realizing that they don't need to depend on others to feel fulfilled. What's more, older women often have the confidence to ask for what they need without hesitation. They're no longer afraid to express their desires and set boundaries both in their personal and professional lives. This independence is empowering not just for them but for those around them, as well as it serves as a reminder that self-sufficiency is something that can be achieved at any stage of life. 9. Older women are more likely to take risks. You might assume that as women age, they become more cautious, less willing to take risks. But in fact, the opposite is often true. As women gain life experience, they become less afraid of failure and more willing to take bold steps in both their personal and professional lives. An older woman might decide to leave a stable job to pursue her passion, start a new business, venture, or take a solo trip to a foreign country. This shift happens because older women have learned that failure isn't the end of the world. It's just a stepping stone toward growth. They understand that life is short and they're more inclined to take chances, whether it's in love, career, or personal goals. This change is also fueled by the fact that they've already been through their share of hardships. So, they know they can handle whatever comes their way. There's a certain freedom that comes with age, the freedom to follow your heart and take risks without being weighed down by the fear of failure. Older women, having lived through successes and setbacks, are more comfortable with uncertainty and are far more likely to take the leap when it feels right. And this fearlessness can be contagious, encouraging those around them to take risks as well. 10. Older women have a greater appreciation for life. As time passes, many older women develop a deeper appreciation for life's beauty, its challenges, and its fleeting nature. In their younger years, women might have been preoccupied with building careers, raising children, or meeting societal expectations. But as they age, they start to focus more on the things that truly bring them joy and fulfillment. An older woman might spend more time in nature, savoring quiet moments with loved ones, or taking the time to appreciate small everyday pleasures. This appreciation for life often leads to greater gratitude, which in turn leads to increased happiness and contentment. It's as though the passage of time gives the older women a clearer sense of perspective. They realize that life isn't about rushing toward the next big thing or constantly chasing after external validation. Instead, it's about cherishing the present moment and finding joy in the simple things. And this doesn't just improve their personal happiness, it also makes them more positive and encouraging figures in the lives of those around them. Their appreciation for life serves as a powerful reminder that happiness can be found in the everyday, if only we take the time to recognize it. Conclusion. So, there you have it. 10 psychological facts about older women that you might not have known before. From their emotional intelligence to their deep self-awareness, older women possess a wealth of psychological traits that come from years of living and learning. They've developed a powerful sense of self, prioritized their happiness, and gained the confidence to take risks, all while cultivating an appreciation for life's most precious moments. As we wrap up, it's clear that the psychology of older women is something worth understanding and celebrating. Their insights into life, love, and relationships can teach us all valuable lessons. Next time you encounter an older woman, take a moment to appreciate the wisdom and depth she brings to the table. After all, age doesn't just bring wrinkles. It brings an abundance of life experience and psychological strength that we can all learn from.